Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Amber. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a DIY tutorial on how to make charmed tattoo chokers. This particular tutorial is Halloween themed on my part because it is a part of my spooky season series. However, if you want to do this for yourself, it absolutely does not have to be Halloween themed. Although if it's not, like, what are you doing with your life? You can use this with any color tattoo chokers you like, any theme of charms that you like, whatever works for you. This is just a very basic, very bare minimum tutorial designed to be able to be used by anybody at any level of experience that they have, especially if they have absolutely no experience with jewelry making whatsoever. The end result really is kind of the bare minimum. Like, there is not a lot that goes into this tutorial at all. It is kind of the minimum amount of supplies needed. It's just a very easy basic tutorial to be accessible to just about anybody. For my own personal taste, I decided to make a white one with a little candy corn charm and a black one with a little ghost charm. My brother did ask if it was supposed to be the Snapchat ghost. It is not, but thanks for that. The charms I've actually had since literally 4th grade. We had like a school carnival one year and they had like the whole multi-purpose room was full of prizes you could pick for the tickets that you won, and some of the prizes were these little charms. So I am glad to finally be getting these out of my jewelry making kit because, again, literally 4th grade. I'm 21, so that's over 10 years that I've had these just lying around. Of course, you guys do not have to do this tutorial with 10-year-old charms that you're trying to get rid of. You can use them with anything you want, anything from any craft store or jewelry making supply store, or you could also make your own charms. For some inspiration on how to do that, check out my skeleton spine earring wire wrapping tutorial that I will have posted earlier this month. And you could just take that same concept with the wire wrapping and do that with, you know, anything that you think works or would apply. And instead of attaching the jumping ring to an earring wire, you just attach it to the tattoo choker, like how I will be showing you in this tutorial. But with all of that being said, let's go ahead and get started. For this project, you will need some tattoo chokers straight out of the 90s, some jewelry charms. And for this specific tutorial, I am going Halloween themed, but in theory, you can use this whatever themed charms you'd like. Depending on whether or not your charms came with jump rings or not, you may need additional jump rings in whatever size works for your own aesthetic preference, as well as the size of the charms you're using. And some pliers. These I got specifically in a jewelry making kit, but any pliers should do. First, you're going to take one of your jump rings as well as your pliers. You are going to hold the jump ring using one pliers on the side of, if it'll focus, of the little jump ring seam, which hopefully you can see is right here. And then you're going to take your other pair of pliers if you choose to use two. I find this generally works a little bit better. However, you are able to just hold with your fingers and then use pliers on one side. So use your other set of pliers or your fingers and grasp the other side of the seam, and you are going to twist. One plier going one way and the other going the other until you open a slight gap in your jump ring. And if it is not already, attach one of your charms. So now you have your charm attached to your jump ring, and you're going to want to leave it open but set it down so you can come back to that. Then you are going to take your tattoo choker. I personally chose a white one to go with my candy corn, and you're going to want to find the seam of the tattoo choker or where it is attached and held together. Generally on these types of chokers, you will be able to tell because they have the wires glued together and attached to a bead to keep it secure. So you're going to want to grab the bead and then with your other hand stretch out the tattoo choker to try and find the midpoint on the other side. And that is going to be where you're going to place your charm. So this is about my midpoint for the tattoo choker. And when you attach charms, if you can see like how the wire is woven, I generally recommend placing the charm in one of the little sections that is sticking out of the bottom. That way it kind of just has a nice little point and it's a nice little kind of centerpiece for your choker when it is on your neck. You will also want to make note, because some choker brands will kind of have, if you can see, will have it woven so it's almost at an angle instead of like just being flat. It'll kind of have a little bit of an angle so it fits flush against your neck. So you're going to want to make note if your particular chokers that you are using are angled at all. So you will want to make sure to put your charm on according to that angle. So like I'm going to be putting mine on with the front facing up towards the camera when the angle's like this, because if you have it like this and it's like angled upwards and then you have the charm, it'll lay a little bit funky on your neck. So again, take the midpoint and then with these kind of just stretch it out so it is emphasized a little bit, and keep that handy while you grab your charm with your jump ring on it. And since my tattoo choker bends that way, I'm going to keep it like this. You're going to want to put the tattoo choker onto the jump ring, keeping in mind where the charm is facing. And then once it is on, you can take your pliers and then do the opposite, twist both of your pliers towards each other to close the jump ring. And therefore attaching your charm to your necklace. And then you're done. Go ahead and repeat the process as many times as you'd like. I personally made a second one using a black choker with a little ghost charm. So these are my, Halloween themed jewelry, but you can use them with whatever color chokers you like and whatever themed charms that you like. So yes, that was my tutorial on how to make your own charmed tattoo chokers. It is definitely a very basic, simple tutorial designed to be easy for anyone to follow. I know it is not the most creative or stimulating, DIY, but it is definitely a fun little something for Halloween. If you want a little bit more of a challenge for creating this yourself, or if you are just a little bit craftier or have more supplies than I do at the moment, you can actually create your own tattoo chokers by weaving the wire. I keep calling it wire. It's not wire. The string, it's whatever. I'm just going to keep calling it wire. But you can actually weave your own wire yourself to create your own tattoo chokers. I have seen some fantastic visual graphics for that on Pinterest, so go ahead and look up DIY tattoo chokers if you are looking for a little bit more of that challenge, because then you can make the entire thing from scratch instead of just adding a charm to a choker already. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a blast hanging out with y'all. Peace.